Welcome back, Cheeseheads, to another episode of BAM GPG. So, Bryson, Packers hit the practice field again today. We got our first look at Micah Parsons, albeit he was on kind of a limited participation today. As it turns out, that back injury was a real thing for Parsons. So, as you know, we acquired the edge rusher from the Cowboys. It does look like he's probably trending in the direction where he will play this Sunday against the Detroit Lions. He may be on a pitch count. I would expect that anyway, as there is going to be a ramp-up period for him. You just think about it, he's missed almost the entire offseason, so he really hasn't had that ramp-up period that a lot of these other players have had. So, even with the back injury aside, I fully expected him to be on a pitch count anyway. And you're going to see a lot of Lucas Van Ness in his absence when he is not on the field. And I am excited about that. Don't get me wrong about that. Lucas Van Ness has had a heck of a training camp to this point. So super excited to see what Van Ness can do on the field this year. I think you're going to see him a lot. You're also going to get a chance to see Parsons, as we mentioned. He has what they're calling a L4 and L5 facet joint sprain in his back. So in other words, he has a back sprain that he's dealing with. There may be talks about an epidural shot prior to the game to kind of ease some of that pain and tension, which would allow him to get out on the field. Again, I don't think this is going to be anything that prevents him from getting on the field. You know, had he still remained in Dallas, I think this, and they haven't came to terms on a contract, I think this may have kept him off the field and playing. But now that he has that contract guarantee, I think he's ready to roll, ready to hit the field. He's going to play through it. As we mentioned, the epidural shot that he can get to kind of relieve some of that tension. But I think he'll be on the field. I think he's going to be on a pitch count because they got to ramp him up a little bit. And he is dealing with that back sprain injury as well. I'm not overly concerned about this one. You know, there's a lot of talk out on the internet right now about it, but it's, in all honesty, he's going to be fine. He's dealing with a back sprain. It'll work its way out. He's going to be on a pitch count. We'll see him. So super excited about that. And then, Bryson, as we get into that closer and closer to the week 1 matchup against the Detroit Lions, we'll start breaking down some of the key matchups for that game. One of them that we were just talking about is going to be that Green Bay defensive line going against Detroit's offensive line. Yeah, absolutely. And regardless to whether it's Parsons or Van Ness lined up on the other end opposite of Rashawn Gary, I feel very confident about it. Both are great players. Van Ness had an awesome offseason, as I had mentioned. So excited about that. And then one roster move today, just kind of give you an update on that. The Packers did re-sign the Irish kicker Mark McNamee to the roster under the International Player Pathway Program. So McNamee will, he was signed in August, briefly released. He will join fellow countryman Daniel Whelan to the Green Bay Packers. So you got 2 Irish guys there, but he will remain on the practice squad for the Packers. As you know, Brandon McManus is the guy. We've got our kicker. So but we will keep you updated. Again, that game is this Sunday, week 1, September 7th. It's slotted for 3:25 p.m. kickoff at Lambeau Field. We're hosting the NFC North Division champs, the Detroit Lions. So excited to see it. And we'll be back later in the week with some breakdowns on some of the key matchups for this game to look out for. Again, on the Micah Parsons back injury, don't freak out too much, Packer fans. He's going to be out on the field.
Yeah, he's going to be fine.
Yeah, absolutely, Bryson. Is he going to be on a pitch count? Yeah, he's going to be on a pitch count, right? He hasn't had any participation basically all off season during training camp. So there is going to be a ramp up period, but I fully expect him to be out on the field week 1 against the Detroit Lions. Yeah. And as always, Bryson,
it's go Pack go.